How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Sackboy A Big Adventure, and in today's episode, check me out, a motherfucking Ratchet. Ain't that cool? Ratchet? That sounds fucking weird. Ratchet. Sounds like a skin-related disease. Or something like fucking, I don't know. Either way, I guess that's a good subject to talk about in this episode. I spent a whole episode before talking about fucking Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, a series I never fucking played or have no fucking feelings towards. And I kept comparing it to KO the Kangaroo, a series I did play as a kid, quite a lot, and do have some feelings towards. Not all very positive. I love the second game. I genuinely think it's a pretty decent platformer. Not a great platformer, but a decent one at the very least. The first game traumatized me as a child, and I fucking hate that game. Nice fucking shot, damn. Totally did that. I better just kind of homed in on that. Yo, I got a paintbrush? It's like the paint gun I always wanted in this game, except it doesn't leave any paint around, which sucks.
Step into the galaxy's safest, most
That's Naomi, my waifu.
To access more floors. It has been 0.12 seconds since the last malfunction.
Ooh, nice. Touchscreen puzzles. Does it fly me to the moon? Well, makes sense, I guess. We are in space. Last episode we also got introduced to a new item, which is like a jetpack. And we also get to shoot missiles out of it, which is pretty dope.
To the first floor, where you will find our famous time travel toilets. Go before you need to.
What? Go before you need to? Like what? You travel to before you needed to take a shit while taking a shit? I don't get it. Did you guys know you can time travel in real life? You can close your eyes, look at the clock, and it'll be like 2 minutes into the future. Wow. Ain't that a wonderful fact I just told you? Aren't you glad I told you about it?
Where you can have your stitches hold until you're nothing but thread.
You can go fuck yourself. You dirty little sack bitch. Damn Naomi, why the fuck are you so mean? Stop on fucking checking my checkboxes. I'm not a robot. Man, why the fuck do sometimes I have to do these fucking I'm not a robot tests while just simply looking something up on fucking Google Chrome? Do I have a virus? Like on my phone, sometimes I open Google Chrome, look something up, and the fucking browser asks me to fucking highlight stoplights or some shit like that. Glad I got a fucking paintbrush. Gym. It's Jim's gym. You know what? Older generations always complain how we don't know shit. But I saw like a video of like the Olympics in the 1912 and the Olympics nowadays, and it was a gymnastic competition. And the shit they were doing in 2012 looks fucking 100 times more impressive than whatever the fuck they were doing in 1912. The things they were doing in 1912 is stuff I did at fucking PA. I'm sorry. I would have done it if I was fit. I'm not. But some of my friends did it. And I'm like, man, if you were born 100 years ago, you could have been an Olympian. But we were born in the wrong fucking time period. The worst timeline. And quit shooting shit at me. Fucker got me. I was doing so well dodging this shit. Ratchet's dead. My paintbrush. Music in the back starts to sound like the Astro Bot soundtrack. Wait, is that all this fucking level will be? An elevator? can't be serious, really?
You've arrived at floor number... What comes after 4? I swear I'd
6.
lose my head if it wasn't stored across kiloquads of laser stream nodes. I really should run a self-diagnostic. Then jettison your ashes into the interstellar void.
Damn, I love her. She's so quirky and cute. Just like Ratchet's stupid little face. And his stupid little ears. Or whatever these are. Maybe not his ears. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about Ratchet and... Oh, come on. Really? Lame. I want to talk about Ratchet and Clank. As a kid, I did play Ratchet and Clank. I don't know which one I played. I know it opened... I used to play the opening to the game so fucking many times. Because I think I got fucking stuck in the game around the 4th level or something. Or maybe the game just gotten really difficult and I couldn't figure out how to beat it. The game had like a whip weapon, because I remember fucking around with it a lot. It kind of like followed how you walked. It was on PS2. I mean, most of them were, but you know. Cool, I got a check mark. Nice. Can I have one on Twitter, please? Nah, fuck that, I don't want it. Co-op level. I'll get around to him. Gotta convince my sister to help me. And it's hard to convince her to do anything. Like, for example, come out of the fucking house. Sometimes I'm really fucking worried about it. I've never fucking seen her invite a friend over to our house. Or even hang out with friends. I don't think she's got any friends. I'll be honest with you, she's quite strongly attached to my mom. She does not go anywhere without her. It worries me to no end, the way she acts. But like, what, am I gonna fucking force her? Like, I'm gonna find her friends myself? That'd be fucking weird too. I can do that. She's got to do it on her own. Naturally. I don't know, maybe she'll fucking have a 180 kind of fucking switch and she'll become a fucking people's person. Right, next level, I guess. Yes, I played some Ratchet and Clank game. I'm not even sure which one was it. I just remember, like, the first level took place on a swamp, I think. Ratchet, like, there's like a level, and then there's like Ratchet and Clank, they're saying something in a spaceship, and then they fly to the swamp level. There we go, we got the shooty thing. Pretty dope. Though the music got me so serious.
Strange lately. Nothing to worry about, I'm sure.
Happens to all the girls.
I mean, have I made any weird, off-color remarks? If I have, I'm really sorry. It's so embarrassing. This is never
It's the Vex fighters. Oops. Wi-Fi connection lost. Fuck if I care. I don't need Wi-Fi connection in this game. If I did, I'd be pissed off. Damn. Requires a lot of fucking dodging from me. This fucking guy. See, this looks like some shit Ratchet and Clank would actually do. That's pretty cool. I have a suspicion that if I jump on the next part of the level, I will not be able to come out of it, so... Let's go this presumably wrong path to take. It's still me fucking points with a multiplier, dude. Pretty nice. Yes, I played some Ratchet and Clank game. But I wasn't really a huge fan of his character and his series.
If I say or do anything odd again, won't you? Because I really want to exterminate the life form known as Sackboy. All other protocols rescinded. There, it happened again. I'm sorry.
And then on PS3, I played some Ratchet and Clank game where Ratchet's got a girlfriend and shit. Which makes me really curious. What happened to his girlfriend from that PS3 game? Since now he's with Rivet, I guess. And Ratchet's kind of a fucking player. Getting with multiple girls throughout the series, nice. And fucking... Yeah, I played that PS3 game, never beaten it, but there were pirates involved, if I recall correctly. And I straight up hit like a game-breaking glitch in that game. Because I played the game once, and I remember that after like exiting one of the locations, the girlfriend character was meant to follow Ratchet out of the fucking pirate location, but in my playthrough she just stayed there and didn't move anywhere. And like a really important item I was supposed to pick up just kind of laid on the floor and I couldn't fucking move it. It was very strange. And then I played the game again, and this time around she followed me and it actually played out correctly. So I got no fucking idea how I fucked that up. But I also don't remember beating the game ever, so I'm kind of curious to
Someone has infected my
see it.
subroutines with a virus. So all I need to do is download the latest version of my virus scanner, and I'll be good as new.
All I need to do is download NordVPN and I'll be as good as fucking you. Out of all the bullshit YouTubers are always promoting just to get paid for their videos, there are two things that I might consider subscribing to. One would probably be some VPN, though I don't really trust the VPN anywhere more than I trust any of the websites that steal my private information. 'Cause why would I trust a VPN over some website? I suppose it's better to sell my information to one company rather than multiple. But I would like to not have my information sold to begin with. Or at least not any that I give a fuck about being sold. And then, obviously, I played the fucking Ratchet and Clank remake, which is a very strange game. It came out on a PS4. It's a remake of Ratchet and Clank 1, but with the story changed around so the villain, Dr. Nefarious, it kind of like became like an oh my god, there's a fucking boss fight? The second level? Wait, that's the third level, I think. I wasn't expecting a boss fight. Or whatever. Alright. So, yeah, there was a remake, but it basically wasn't a remake, it was more of a reimagining, which is a really nice term that I like, because not every remake could be considered a remake. Some of them are kind of like reimaginings, like for example Final Fantasy VII Remake, which straight up has a remake in its name, but the story is different than the original, so can you consider a remake? They didn't remake the story. They changed it around, and not just changed it like, oh, removed some controversial shit, like, I don't know, someone being called a faggot or something. Now they like straight up changed the story. Like, it starts the same way, but then towards the end it becomes completely different. Can I jump into these green lasers? I don't think I can. I think they're here on purpose to get in my way. They wouldn't put green lasers on the stage if I could just simply walk into them. Oh, it's different now. Oh, it's sped up. I'd say it's still pretty easy. One more? Come on. Yeah, and at the same time, there was a fucking Ratchet and Clank movie that came out, which never seen that movie, so I can't really tell you what it is. But the remake of that fucking game basically looks exactly... I think it's a movie that just straight up recaps the first Ratchet and Clank game. It's a really fucking strange movie. It's a movie that recaps the first Ratchet and Clank game. Like, the movie came out around the same time as the remake. And the remake straight up uses scenes from the movie as cutscenes. So it's almost like both the remake and the movie tell the same exact story, It's just that I guess one you have to play and the other you can just simply watch, so it's like fucking pick whichever you want. Fucking weird, man. And you know what sucks? If I were to record my Let's Play of Ratchet and Clank Remake, which I'd like to record at some point, I guess, it's on the list of my Let's Plays I'll probably never fucking do, but I would like to. Some of them I definitely will do. And the fucking game uses cutscenes from the movie, and they're all blocked scenes. So you know what that means? If I were to record this using the built-in PlayStation recording system, which I will because that's kind of how I record my Let's Plays all the time, that means I can't really record that game and the commentary at the same time. What I have to do instead... Do we have time for this shit? Yeah, we have plenty of time, actually. What I would have to do instead is play the game first and put in all the missing cutscenes. Yeah, straight up, I would have to put in all the missing fucking cutscenes into the game while editing it, and then record the commentary after the whole footage looks actually fucking fine. So that fucking sucks. But it's not a first, actually. Sonic Forces also did that to me, where all the cutscenes in the fucking game, because Sega has a fucking weird thing, where they're the only fucking video game company I've fucking seen that actually utilizes the PlayStation, you know, blocked scenes and stuff. Like, most of companies don't give a fuck. Like, this game, I can record whatever I want. I can record the whole game. There's no stupid watermarks on the screen or anything like that. But if you record a YAKUZA game or a Sonic game, there'll be a stupid Sega logo in the corner. And in the case of Sonic Forces, you won't be able to record the cutscenes. Like, who the fuck gives a shit about being spoiled about Sonic Forces' story? You gotta be fucking kidding me.
It's the 3Gs! Go, go, go!
I can already tell I ain't gonna collect much of this. Because it's a stupid motion controls one. Bro, I messed up. I think I'm gonna stick to the bottom. There's some good shit down here.
You are poetry in motion. Good poetry, not the rubbish poetry. The cat sat on the mat. Zubz does not mean to hurry you, but hurry!
Man, that's a fucking solid strategy. Stick to the bottom.
That's it.
You get the two big ones. Look at that shit. That's like the best I ever did in this little mini game. And I said at the beginning that I'm gonna fuck this up. But I didn't. I did so fucking well. We can afford the mecha outfit, which I will never put on. Yeah, and... So, but... For example, the next fucking game on PS5, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, which is a really fucking good game. That's the only Ratchet and Clank game that I've beaten. And I really liked it. And yeah, the story is kind of like, oh, Ratchet's been absent for a while, and he's, you know, well regarded as a hero. But, like, he feels like he's kind of washed up, like he haven't fucking done any heroing in a long fucking time. I don't remember what else happened, but basically Ratchet ends up in like an alternative reality where everything, like, there's another Dr. Nefarious, except this one's actually a competent villain, so he doesn't fuck up trying to kill Ratchet. But in this reality, Ratchet is actually Rivet. This one's cool too, I want this one. Nice. So, yeah, in this reality, instead of Ratchet and Clank, you have Rivet, and I forgot the robot's name. It's a Clank, but a girl. I forgot what it's called. Yeah, the story's cool, but one thing I wasn't super into, like, Rivet's just a female Ratchet, and she's now Ratchet's girlfriend, I guess? Maybe not, but they clearly have some tension. And, like, Ratchet often talks about how, oh, he's the last Lombax. Blah blah blah. I want to fuck the other Lombax I'll see, so we can repopulate the universe with our species. And then Rivet shows up and she's cute. Alright, Ratchet's like, fuck yeah, I jackpot. And like, that's not really, I don't fucking like when characters come together because they kind of have to. You know, it's like, there's no, I mean, there are cute moments between them that kind of bring them closer to each other, but Like, you know they all fucking end up each other. They look like they were fucking born for each other. Who the fuck else would Ratchet end up with but the only other character who kind of resembles his species? Well, come the fuck on, man. And also the fact that she's basically Ratchet but from an alternative universe where Ratchet was a girl. It's fucking weird, man. It's like in Crash Forward, Dr. Entropy ends up hooking up with his female counterpart from a different multiverse because he's but in that game it's funny because Entropy is so in love with himself that he's literally in love with himself. With a female version of himself. Also, you know what I noticed? Like fucking every single fucking like story written nowadays has to be about multiverses, you know? Like fuck off with that. I'm so sick of this shit. Like we can't even focus on one universe. No, we have to throw in another one. And now we all of a sudden have like multiple variants, variants of different fucking characters, and it's like, fuck off. Like Deadpool and Wolverine recently made fun of that, where the whole multiverse being cool at the beginning, but now it's just like fucking annoying. And yeah, I agree, it's annoying, especially in like series that didn't really fucking like needed to have shit like that, like Crash 4. Was it really necessary to bring in like evil fucking versions of characters and Crash traveling between different universes? I guess it was very reminiscent of Crash 3, where Crash travels through time and levels are themed around different time periods, or more like different regions of the world during different time periods. And then you have fucking, you know, Crash 4, and that one's kind of the same, except you travel between different universes, but still you go into a dinosaur chapter, and there were dinosaur-themed levels in Crash 3, so it might as well be about time travel, not about interdimensional travel. I gotta replay Crash 4, because I can't remember, do I like that game or not? I remember it fucking sucks ass to 100%, because I never did it, because it was so fucking tedious, and I hated every second of it, so I didn't even actually bother. But I liked it? I don't remember. I recently replayed like 2 Crash games from my childhood, Tag Team Racing and Mind Over Mutants, and I was underwhelmed by them. Like with Mind Over Mutants, I just realized that it's not nearly as good as I remember. And I don't remember it being very good, I just remember that I liked it, but now upon replaying it, I'm just like, I don't really like it all that much anymore. Kinda sucks. I still love Of the Titans, but Mind Over Mutants, not so much. And then Tag Team Racing, I straight up just didn't fucking enjoy my time with, even though as a kid I fucking loved that game. So that one was the way bigger slap in the face from my current self to my old self. Wonder if I'll still think the same of Crash 4. Maybe I'll love it even more than I did before. And I did play Crash 4 when it came out. I made a Let's Play of it when it came out, which you can watch. It's a good Let's Play. I don't remember much from it, like what I said or what I did, but I remember that I did it. That's always a great sign. See you fellas in the next episode. Bye.